Good morning, everybody. Today is our first UX strategy roundtable, and to- to- today we will be presenting only one startup with their design problem. Before starting, I would like to introduce the Creative Crowd. Uh, it's a part of a Creative Crowd operation. Creative Crowd is basically India's first affordable creative crowdsourcing marketplace. That means if you want to design your logo, your business card, uh, or your website, or your UI and UX, you can come to Creative Crowd and start that as a contest. We have a bunch of designers in our main network, and they will submit the design based on your requirement, and you can select that as a winner. Now, what is exactly the UX strategy roundtable? As a part of this Creative Crowd initiative, we are offering this free online UX strategy roundtable, especially for the designers and the entrepreneurs to discuss, smoothen out, and get review and feedback on their ongoing efforts of UI and UX project. Maybe they have completed that, or maybe they are working on that. So initially, the kind of problem, the kind of issues, and the kind of challenges which you have related to your design, especially on the user interface and user experience, you will discuss with us here, and we will try to especially try to give the solution or some possible feedback on that. And after that, if you really feel that okay, it needs to be done some professional touch, so you can always try with the creativecrowd.in marketplace. So today we have Omar Siddiqui, who is the founder of grabHalo, and he we select him to pitch his design idea. Today we will be only taking one pitch. So he is the founder of grabHalo, and grabHalo is a mobile messaging. So the next presentation you will listen from or see from Omar. Just let me check whether Omar is quite audible or not. Omar, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Omar. So the next slide will come, and from there you start and you explain that what is your startup and what they do exactly, and how your design challenges are going on. So please start from there.
Sounds good.
Great.
Uh, so, hi guys. My name is Omar. I'm the founder of grabHalo. Thank you for attending, and I'm excited to be here. So, what is grabHalo? grabHalo is basically a mobile app company, and what we do is we plot all of our members on a map, and unlike some other apps, what you can do is you can see all of the people who are part of this network, whether they are your friends or not. We just go ahead and plot you, and then let each of the members contact the other people by sending blast messages. So you don't have to contact any person one at a time. Instead, what you can do is draw a circle over any part of the map. It can be in your own neighborhood. It could be a small map, a small circle, which is called a halo, of radius maybe even a few meters, or something as big as a continent in South America or North America, and literally encompass as many people as you like. And then the text message that you type and press send will be delivered individually into each of these members' inboxes. So it's a one-to-many communication tool, a little bit different from Twitter, in that in Twitter you have to get followers to follow you before you can broadcast your thoughts to the world. Here, we're actually allowing people to push their thoughts into other people based on their location. And so we're excited about it because we think there are many benefits from this app. One is if you want to interact with people in your own immediate community, it's a very easy way to organize events, whether you're studying or if you want to organize a sports game or do a potluck with your neighbors, or also help them out. You know, there was a terrible incident yesterday, for example, in Hyderabad, and my thoughts are with the families of the victims of this bombings that happened. But even in those kind of situations when there's some chaos, you can send a message, find out what's going on, talk to people there, help them, et cetera, et cetera. So what this messaging app lets you do, as I said earlier, is message many people at once, and when they receive your message, um, they can message you back on a one-to-one basis. So just to be clear here, it's not a group messaging app. It's an easy way to establish multiple channels of communication with many people at once. Just to give a brief background about myself before we carry on with the problem, you know, I'm Indian. I was educated in the United States at Columbia University, where I did my engineering in industrial engineering and computer science. Afterwards, I also worked as a product manager at a startup that was acquired called Trippert Labs. As a product manager, we made games, some of which were big hits and downloaded by millions of people. And that company was acquired by Disney. And I also have an MBA from Stanford. So, Rakesh, if you could go to the next slide, is that possible? Thank you. So this is a summary of what I just described to you. So maybe it would be easier if I just summarized what's written here. You don't have to read all of it. The problem we're facing is that because we allow one-to-one communication between the sender and many people, when those many people respond to the sender, um, basically there are many threads being created underneath the same uh, text message that initiated these different conversations. So if I say something like, hey, are there designers in Bangalore? Maybe 10 people reply to me from Bangalore. And so these are 10 different conversations now underneath the same parent thread. And so what's difficult from a UI point of view is how do you organize these different response threads underneath the parent thread so that both the sender and the receiver of these messages can make sense of the interaction. And so one thing we did, if you could carry on to the next slide, please.
Yeah, I think the best option,
Right.
to check the current UI that what you have right now. So if you can explain here that
Yeah.
what is the problem you are exactly facing with this current UI?
Right. So this is the problem in a nutshell. So we get different messages from different people. That's on the leftmost column called the Hallo feed. And so this is an aggregator of both messages that I might have sent or received. And we'll take an example of the top message that was received saying, hi, would anyone like to study for the European history test tomorrow? So when someone clicks on that, if I was, sorry, to be more specific, if I was the girl who sent this message, you know, I would have that in my feed at the top, and I could click on that. And so that takes you to the middle column, which is the Hallo thread feed. And in the Hallo thread feed, what we're trying to do is let the sender of the message remember what message he had sent, which is the top part of it, where, you know, it says, hi, would anyone like to study for the European history test tomorrow? And below that are the different responses that have come from the recipients who had received her message. And if she clicks on, for example, one of them, the one that says sure where for Miss Wolf's class, right? If you click on that thread, you are taken to the right where there's a message exchange view where you can actually chat and finally exchange messages with each other. Now, the problem is we're not very happy with this UI solution because you have to go through what we think is an extra screen to get to the actual message exchange. Um, and that's a little cumbersome. Now, the other funny thing that happens is if you receive a message from someone, then because you cannot participate in the conversations with the other people that also receive this message, there's no point of having that middle Hallo thread feed view. Ideally, you should go from the Hallo feed straight to the message exchange. So from the leftmost view to the rightmost view, in case you're a receiver. So the experience of the sender and the receiver are somewhat different. So it's a little different from email, where both senders and receivers of information have somewhat of a symmetric relationship in the way they exchange information. Here, the sender has a little bit more information to balance because his message has been sent to many people and they need to get back to him. So continuing on to the next slide.
No, I would like to pause here
Okay.
before going to the next slide. What
Yeah.
the first thing is, this app is running on Android or in iOS?
It's on Android. We're actually writing the iOS right now. It should be live in 2 weeks, but it's live already in Android.
Okay, so my one of my first question, which is actually coming in my mind, that when I have seen your video, because in your presentation there was a link, so I saw that video, and
Yeah.
what I understand, that if I am here in India, and if uh, three people are live now in Hyderabad or in Mumbai, so I can pick
Mm-hmm.
any of the people, or I can actually message three peoples, right, individually.
Yeah, so basically you're restricted by the way you draw a circle on the map. And so if you want to individually message someone, you
Hmm.
would draw a circle around just one person and then type a message. But if you wanted to send a message to all of the people in Mumbai,
Hmm.
you could draw a circle around Mumbai. And if there are three people in that circle, they will all receive the same
But
message.
so when they receive the message, that's not basically a group message. They are receiving it individually. So what I was
Okay.
suggesting, when you are sending, when I'm a sender, when I'm sending a message, that
Yeah.
means my experience should be like sending to a group, because if you send a group SMS, or you send, I think in this app you have only option to send the text, not the images or video, right?
Not yet, right. We would
Okay.
like to add that someday, but right now it's just text.
Okay. So when someone is sending a message, that experience is actually sending just like a text SMS, but not like a group sending message. But when someone is receiving the message, the major part is that they are receiving the same message in a different location, individually, single thread.
Hmm.
Now
Yeah.
when I am a receiver, I can receive multiple message at a time.
Yes.
Now here I can see one thing from this screen. When I'm receiving, let's say, if the left hello feed, the left screen if is my first screen, where all the threads are coming. So if I got in 7 minutes ago 5 messages, then how the system are actually taking care the the display of the message right now, how you are putting the message right now, if I got same time in 7 minutes 5 messages, is that coming 7 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, or something like you measure in the micro level, and then you display that?
So basically, it's being displayed in reverse chronological order. So the latest messages that you receive are at the top, and the oldest ones are at the bottom. And right now, we don't have the traffic that would make this app unusable in that it's coming so quickly every
Okay.
minute or two. It's not like a live feed.
Mhm.
But when it gets to that level, we'll add other ways to filter it. But I don't think that is the
But the
main
reason I'm asking is
conf-
here in the left side Hallo feed panel there is no filter option as of now, because if you think
right.
if you think in a long term UI prospect, then there should be a filter option that in 7 minutes ago how many feed has come, or they
Totally. I
these guys
agree
are
with you.
not.
I agree with you.
Yes, and these
Yeah.
guys are
And
not your friend. So I don't have any track that there is a filter option for friend or something. It's just a message is coming, but I have only option for tracking is the time frame,
right.
the filtering
So,
option.
I agree with you. It's just, adding that feature is, we thought that that should be added later when that problem actually surfaces. I think in the beginning, the traffic is under control enough that, uh, we want to make it easy to first get users to send messages and receive them. And once that volume picks up, make it easy to search and or basically filter the messages that they're receiving from people.
Okay. So now if I coming into the next thread, that hello thread feed, one of
Yeah.
my suggestion is when I'm touching on the first, when I'm seeing on the first lady Monica message, and then the message is expanding and it's showing that from Miami, USA, and there is a delete button, right? So
Yeah.
if I need to give a quick respond or quick reply here, I should have a
Hmm.
one small icon for reply, and then when I touch or click on that reply, the same thread will just expand and it will be a small text entry box will be there, so that I can put a
Hmm.
small entry of a text and then I can reply that. So this is a quick option which you can put here, where the experience of the user will be more like what they are using right now with their other app.
So that's exactly what we've done. The only thing is that happens if you are the receiver of a message,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Here, what you see is the flow if you're the sender of a message. And so, what I didn't send you, I should have done this, is that basically the flow is a little different. So, we distinguish based on if you are a sender or a receiver. And if you are a receiver, when you come to Halo thread feed, exactly what you described actually happens. You actually have, so the bottom three threads that you see they're not there. Instead, there are two buttons, reply or delete.
Hmm, hmm,
And you can just click that, and as you said, actually, a type
hmm,
a keyboard surfaces, and you can type and respond right there. But that's actually part of the UI problem that we're posing to you, which is that is a little asymmetric, right?
yeah,
Compared, it's easy and it's logical, but it's not symmetric to the sender's experience. And so what we were thinking, is that bad UI design? Can it be improved? And so
yeah,
we were hoping you guys might have any ideas for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And in the third box is a complete thread, right?
Yes.
Now in the third box, what I can see here is like you have differentiated the thread with the color. But if I am Roger, then it's very difficult for me that what thread. If I'm not typing here right now anything, so it's very confusing here that what color is representing to Roger, or what color is representing to the other who are sending me,
I see.
whom I
I
am
see. I see.
I am communicating. So here is not
Yeah.
anything, mentioning that this thread is from Roger or this thread is from, Monica or something, means with whom I am communicating. So that's one area I can see here right now. But see, because this area you need to, be a complete or clear communication with the user that, okay, yeah, this thread is from Roger. Can we meet at this thread is from Roger? And yes, 8 p.m. is from the other communicator who are communicating with me. Does it make sense? Okay, Omar, you are there? Yeah,
Yes.
somehow.
Yes. Yes. Sorry, the internet connection is terrible, but yeah. Despite all of this, we will prevail. So sorry. Could you just repeat what you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying that the message exchange area, this area you have
Yeah.
differentiated with the color, but it's not
Yes.
very
Yes.
clear
Yes.
that what color is representing to the sender and what color is
Right.
representing to the means the receiver. So it has
Right.
to be a very clear communication or very clear picture with the color, and that should associate with the receiver and sender.
Sure, sure. No, I agree. I mean, I feel like different apps handle this differently. I mean, I think some apps put the picture of the sender again next to each bubble
Yeah,
to make it easier to.
here is one suggestion. I'll tell you something, that when someone is see something, so first they screen it and then they read it, especially the user.
Right,
So why they
right,
put picture? Because when you see a picture of a person, your attention is getting more, and when you
right,
are seeing
right.
just a text, so your attention is not that what what you will can see on a picture. So here in the left, the first two screen, I can easily
Mm-hmm.
my eyes is first going into those pictures, and then the
Yeah,
colors,
yeah,
and then the text.
yeah.
But when it comes to the
Right.
third area, so either you can represent with a picture or some kind of uh, means icon
Image,
or something.
basically.
But yes,
Yeah.
picture is the best option where you can communicate. But that you need to check that if you put a picture, then how much technical constraints are coming into your app.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Now here is another observation: the color combination. It's quite
Yeah.
fluent.
Loud. It's quite loud. What could
Yes,
you
loud.
provide some feedback? Yeah.
Yes, so loud. So when I'll text something or when I'll read something here, the text is important. So means my suggestion will
Too much
be
attention is distracted, is it? Is too much attention is taken away to the colors from the actual content of the app, I feel like.
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. So you have to the reason I have not seen your logo, grabHalo, so I'm not sure whether you have made any logo for grabHalo or not. Because generally, what happen any app or something is, they take care of the brand color. So if you have any kind of brand color, you should
Mm-hmm.
use the subtail of that color, and then you can use that. And
Mm-hmm.
more emphasis on the text and the color. And my suggestion will be that the text should be always in a high contrast where the people should read it properly,
Got it.
right?
Got it.
So here and I will request that if you can send us more screen of this, this application, how our people are actually logging, how our people are actually finding something. I have seen the video, but it's not very clear there because I means I was not able to see the entire flow. So it would be great if you can just send us that also, so we will be able to
Mm-hmm.
give you some kind of clear workflow or the suggestion of the UI or UX. Uh, now,
Got it. Got it.
this is your expect. This is the expected reaction from user. If you can just brief it, what is screen all about, and
We just actually were talking about these last few minutes, which is from a sender and receiver's point of view, sense to get to, as soon as they click on the halo that they received, have the option to respond or delete to it, or delete that message, and have a keyboard pop up. But for a sender, it makes sense to, after clicking on that halo that he sent, be able to keep track of the different threads underneath it and then respond to them accordingly. And so that part that is so asymmetric, that is a problem that we were facing, and we're hoping that our users don't get too unhappy about. And then the other thing that we were talking about was also if the things that we talk about in terms of how do we improve the color scheme, how do we improve the layout of the message view where one-to-one messaging is occurring.
okay. So I just gave some of the feedback,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll share one screen that we work few months back for a mobile app called Voxer. So I'll share the screen. I think you can see the screen.
Yes.
So here we, they have a login option. So we gave them a login. Their color combination was quite loud, so we used their color, uh, and then you can see the both screen here. One is a very loud, but it's clearly giving the picture that where you need to put the email address, where you need to put the password, and then you need to tap the login, right? Or
Yeah.
the option
Yeah.
for sign up. But check here. One thing is that terms of use, privacy policy, or by tapping, you are agree with the following. All these texts are secondary. So our first focus was on the text button or and the button. So we use that with a proper pixel what is exactly and by the way, this is for iOS, not for Android. So iOS has some
Mm-hmm.
specification, where you will have to use minimum number of the pixel or the size of the text box. So we keep in that mind and we use that. At the same time, in the right screen you can see that when it comes to a different kind of menu. So there we eliminate the loud color and we focus on a different color, which is actually means a supporting color of that loud color. So that we put there in the top right corner, the small color of that particular application, right?
Yeah.
Here uh, all the menus are got some nice height and the space to touch it, because when it comes to a mobile device you have to give a certain space to interact with your finger, and your finger got some some kind of space there. So you need to keep in mind that whenever you are putting some interaction button or some kind of interaction link, there should be a space where your finger should interact, whether it's a menu or it's a button or it's a link. If you put it very small, then it will be difficult for the user to interact with that particular link or the button,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now I'm not directly showing that what kind of color combination you should use when you are using a messaging thread. But yes, the next screen, the same application, you can see that we use their brand color, but how we uh, concentrate on the user and their means their stuffs and their icons. So in the
Mm-hmm.
top you can see there is their logo and the other option and how many friends they have. They have a friend system, so how many friends they have, how many the means message they have received. They have also a messaging system. They are basically a walkie talkie for Facebook. But
Mm-hmm.
we completely eliminate the loud color here. When it if it is
Right.
loud, then people will not be able to read all this content. But now here you can
Right.
clearly read all this content, and the right side you can see all the buttons also. If you actually just slide this left side with a user, then you can add a friend and then you can delete that friend. So add and delete is coming after the interaction. So that's what we have shown there. But the color we use there is not very loud, because the entire uh, focus is on the user and their content. So
Of
I will
course.
request that in your app you try to use this kind of subtle color of your brand color, and use something very and of course give some space when it comes to interaction, because I have seen in the delete box. Let me go back to your screen. Here the delete is quite big, you know so so the spacing between the first and the name, and then the arrow, and then the delete option, all these are technically has to be very very equal. Otherwise something is bigger, something is smaller. So all these are not really really taking that clear space there. So user will
Mm-hmm.
not get the consistency with your design. And sometimes you are
Mm-hmm.
using a deep colors, sometimes you are using a bigger icon. So try to use this kind of icons where people can easily or user can easily interact, and the proper spacing with the proper color contrast.
Got it.
Right. So one of my requests will be that if you can send me few of the screens, starting from the opening the app, at least the sender, how the senders are sending the message. If you have the flow or if you have the screen, send me that. I'll suggest you some kind of color combination there, and if you're happy you can use that. And
Hmm.
after that also, if you're not happy, so my last suggestion will be you can use creativecrowd.in to get the professional design from there, because we have a really nice professional UI UX designer there who can actually give you some other solutions. But I'll be happy to give you the color combination and some kind of UI. So send me that. I'll be definitely able to send you some
Well,
screen.
thank you, Rakesh. You've been very helpful today. A lot of the things you've brought up, they make a lot of sense, and we were looking for this kind of feedback, and I'll definitely send you some extra screenshots to get some more advice from you.
Yes, and Omar, this webinar we will be this webinar is recorded and it will be published to our website. So many designers are also coming. So here is my request
Hmm.
that if you have any kind of suggestion, all the designers, please put the comment in our site so that we can send this comment to Omar and he can apply to his applications. Does it make sense, Omar?
Yes, 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 yes. Just I will be in touch with you, and I'll make sure that I get that link so that I
Yeah.
can comment
Yeah,
there.
sure. Chintan Shah has, I think, one question. So, if Chintan, you can write that question in your chat box, we will be able to communicate with Omar. Chintan is also, wants to means give you some kind of solution on the UI. So my request would be, Chintan, if you can share your portfolio, or if you have portfolio inside Creative Crowd, please share the link with us. We will definitely share that link with Omar. And if Omar feel that okay, he can work with you, he can definitely get in touch with Chintan and able to interact with you, Chintan. So please share your portfolio link with us, and our communication email ID is hello@designmytemplate.com. So you can send your portfolio details there. Thanks, Chintan, and thanks, Omar, for showcasing, and thanks all the participants who has listened this webinar. And see you on the next roundtable. Thank you, Omar.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, bye bye.
Great, great job.
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
thanks. Thanks, bye bye.